He's fucking me. Trump's private eruption shatters the illusion of unity. Behind public solidarity, a bitter rift with Netanyahu widens as a botched Doha operation strengthens Hamas and undermines US mediation. With Hamas defiant and senators accusing Israel of genocide, Washington's diplomatic credibility and the Israel-US alliance teeters on the brink now. Behind the White House's show of solidarity, a storm was brewing. President Donald Trump erupted in private after Israel struck Hamas negotiators in Qatar, a move that threatened to derail peace talks he was determined to keep alive. According to the Wall Street Journal, a furious Trump told senior aides,
"He's fucking me."
The explosive outburst came during a tense meeting with Secretary of State Marco Rubio and other top officials as they scrambled to respond to Israel's operation in Doha. Trump's frustration centered on Netanyahu's preference for military action over the negotiated ceasefires the president favors. This wasn't Trump's first harsh assessment of the Israeli leader. After Netanyahu congratulated Joe Biden on his 2020 victory, Trump told journalist Barak Ravid he considered the Israeli leader disloyal, declaring simply,
"Fuck him."
Yet despite this private fury, Trump refuses to publicly break with Netanyahu. Talking to the Wall Street Journal, one senior Israeli official described the relationship as excellent, dismissing reports of tension as fake news. The reality painted by Washington insiders tells a different story, while others have called Trump's tolerance puzzling.
It's slightly baffling and counterintuitive. Netanyahu's moves have prolonged the Gaza war, created trouble for Trump with other U.S. allies in the region, and made the expansion of the Abraham Accords excruciatingly difficult.
The answer lies in Netanyahu's masterful manipulation of the relationship. The Israeli Prime Minister has cultivated deep Republican support, while consistently flattering Trump. Just last Saturday, Netanyahu participated in naming a beachside promenade after Trump, alongside U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee. Former Israeli Ambassador Itamar Rabinovich captured the bewilderment many feel in remarks to the Wall Street Journal.
"I'm mystified, and so are many other Israelis. He's under siege and makes mistakes. The only thing that's really working for him is Trump's support."
Damian Murphy, former Democratic staff director on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, explains Netanyahu's calculated approach to the Journal.
Netanyahu knows that while the White House may grumble a bit, there really is no downside to an ask forgiveness, not permission approach.
The pattern played out again after the Qatar strike. Trump made two calls to Netanyahu, first expressing anger, then discussing the operation's success. He followed up by praising Qatari leaders as staunch U.S. allies hosting American forces. The Israeli operation that triggered Trump's fury ultimately failed spectacularly. Senior Hamas official Ghazi Hamad emerged from hiding this week, making his first public appearance since surviving Israel's assassination attempt in Qatar. Speaking to Al Jazeera, Hamad provided chilling details about the moment Israel struck.
"We were discussing a ceasefire proposal, and less than an hour after the meeting began, we heard an explosion. We are experienced in the sounds of missiles and understood it was an Israeli strike. We left the place quickly, and thank God we survived."
The failed operation killed 6 people, including a Qatari officer, but all senior Hamas leaders escaped. Hamad's defiant appearance confirmed what intelligence officials feared. Israel's attempt to decapitate the organization's political leadership had backfired.
"God destined us to survive this treacherous aggression against us and sister Qatar."
Netanyahu showed no remorse for the failed operation or its diplomatic consequences. The Israeli Prime Minister warned Qatar too.
"Either expel Hamas officials or bring them to justice, because if you don't, we will."
He refused to rule out future strikes on neighboring countries hosting Hamas negotiators.
"This is the principle we established. It's a principle we follow. It hasn't changed."
Hamad used his interview to completely dismiss American mediation efforts. describing Washington's credibility as compromised through bitter experience. When asked about Trump's threats regarding hostage treatment, Hamad was unmoved.
Trump doesn't scare us.
Hamad also claimed that Hamas treats captives according to beliefs and Islamic principles.
We deal with the prisoners according to our values, and despite the massacres against our people, the one putting them in danger is the Israeli occupation itself.
Experts feel that the botched assassination attempt has strengthened Hamas's negotiating position while undermining both Israeli deterrence and American mediation efforts. With 48 hostages still held in Gaza and ceasefire talks stalled, the failed strike represents a strategic disaster for both Netanyahu and Trump. As Trump struggles to manage Netanyahu and Hamas leaders emerge defiant from assassination attempts, a seismic shift occurred in Washington. Bernie Sanders became the first U.S. senator to formally accuse Israel of genocide in Gaza, breaking institutional silence on the gravest allegation in international law.
The intent is clear. The conclusion is inescapable. Israel is committing genocide in Gaza.
Sanders acknowledged Israel's right to defend itself after Hamas's October 7th attack that killed 1,200 people.
But over the last 2 years, Israel has not simply defended itself against Hamas. Instead, it has waged an all-out war against the entire Palestinian people.
Vermont senator noted that leaked Israeli military data shows 83% of casualties are civilians, including over 18,000 children.
Out of a population of 2.2 million Palestinians in Gaza, Israel has now killed some 65,000 people and wounded roughly 164,000.
Sanders quoted Israeli leaders extensively to demonstrate genocidal intent. Former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant's statement that Israel is fighting human animals and is acting accordingly was followed by Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich's vow that Gaza will be entirely destroyed. Other officials made even more explicit statements.
All Gaza will be Jewish. We are wiping out this evil, one minister declared. An Israeli lawmaker stated, the Gaza Strip should be flattened and there should be one sentence for everyone there, death.
Sanders cited multiple authoritative sources supporting genocide allegations, including the International Association of Genocide Scholars, Israeli human rights groups B'Tselem Selem, and Physicians for Human Rights Israel, plus international organizations like Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch. His final warning was stark.
If there is no accountability for Netanyahu and his fellow war criminals, other demagogues will do the same. History demands that the world act with one voice to say, enough is enough. No more genocide.
Sanders' statement represents the first crack in America's institutional support for Israel's Gaza campaign, potentially reshaping congressional debates as the war approaches its second anniversary with no resolution in sight.